Thank you so much for joining us today here on YRLA. So this is a very exciting video because we are having our three hosts, including myself, talk about how excited we are to be here and what we want to do in the future and why we feel YRLA is bringing something really important and really fresh to the table. So, of course, you've got myself and Elise Vinson, co-host. Second co-host is Chris Rodriguez. And then, of course, we've got Sky with this. So, Chris, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself really quick and then pass it along to Sky.
Thank you so much, Annalise. Great having you, and great to have everybody watching this for Your Revolution Los Angeles, YRLA. This has been a long time coming. And as far as this being fresh and something new to the scene, well, I wouldn't have agreed to do this at all if I didn't think that it had something new and fresh. And what I mean by that is that when it comes to progressive media, it really, if you notice all of them, you know, from TYT to Tom Hartman Show, Ring of Fire, etc., they all focus on what's important in national news media that reaches more people. Perfectly fine. And we need them. Absolutely. And you're going to see us touch on that too a little bit. However, with us, what's really important is to discuss Los Angeles County and to help out Los Angelinos, because I feel that while all the nation's news is going on with leaders in Washington, D.C., we don't know what the heck is going on here in our own Capitol building, what's going on here at the Los Angeles City Hall, so on and so forth, and what's going on in all the other areas, all the other cities, 88 cities here. So I feel that we absolutely need to go brick by brick in order to accomplish making the building, and this is one of the bricks here in the United States. What I feel that I'm bringing into the show, one is just, passion and positive energy, and I feel that, I love to take on the establishment. I love to rebel against the system, and I love to stand up for those that are less fortunate. I think that that's something that we all need to do, and we'd all be better for it. And the other important part is I want to make a really huge push to accomplish getting large money out of our media. And what I mean by that is the commercial influences that make it into the editing room, where they funnel out information that's true, that is good for us, or things that would help us understand how to live better. And, with that being said, I'm just really excited to be able to move forward and continue making videos as often as we can. Heck, if we could do this every single day, I would love that. But in the meantime, we really appreciate all you guys' support. I really appreciate all your support. And I hope this is going to be just, a fun, tough journey to improve Los Angeles County and ultimately the rest of the U.S. And Sky, we have you next. Really, really happy to have you on the show too. So Sky, tell us a bit about yourself and all the rest of it.
Totally. Thank you so much. I mean, this is totally like just a dream come true. Just being able to be a resource to people, especially to Latino communities, since I am hosting the Spanish part of this show, right? Because in reality, there isn't a resource for Latinos to educate them in the political process, right? A lot of them don't even participate anymore. They've given up. Nobody's reached out to them, right? And so I'm super excited to be that resource. I can't think of a channel. There's English channels, right? TYT, progressive channels, but I can't think of a Spanish channel that's educating Latinos in politics, right? And there isn't any. That's why I was like, when I heard of this project, I totally wanted to jump on it because I want to be that resource for Latinos, for everyone. But again, there just isn't anything for Latinos out there. So I'm super excited about that. I think we're going to have so much great energy here. I definitely bring a lot of energy here. This is a dream come true to me. So I'm super excited to be here. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yay. And we're really excited to have you, Sky. And, we just we felt really strongly about a few things. First, the fact that we want to be able to give you guys news that you can trust. And that if we ever do make a mistake, we will always be honest and say, hey, we thought it was this, but here's what it turned out it was. And so it's important, so important, to have that sense of trust. And that's what we want to establish with you guys. So we're going to work very hard to earn that trust. We're going to work very hard to bring you information that is actually useful to you and that allows you to understand how things work in our country, right? And in our cities. So I honestly, one of the things I think is really cool is exactly what Sky just said is we can think of several progressive outlets that, you know, give the news in English, but there's not really one that I could think of that's in Spanish. And if you guys know any, please, you know, let us know in the comments. We're happy to check them out. We got to support each other. But I'm really excited to be bringing this from two perspectives, two cultures, several cultures actually, because you and I have different cultures, right? And just be able to reach people at such a higher level because we're able to do it in two languages. And who knows, maybe that'll even expand in the future. So I'm just really excited to be here with Sky, really excited to be here with Chris. And I appreciate the passion that you guys have. And I know that you're genuine people who really want to make a difference. And so I could not be more honored to be here with you guys.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
agree.
You know, a big change here because when it comes to information, like, you know, when it comes to our Constitution, we know that the freedom of the press is paramount, you know, so the fact that we have nothing but here in Los Angeles, for instance, right? I've always mentioned the Channel 2, right? CBS, you have NBC, you have the basic channels for news that everybody relies on. Well, what you're going to see us do, you know, throughout the many years and hopefully forever, and hopefully as we get bigger, is to put them to shame. I mean, just rip into them because when they're out there just saying, oh, well, they're saying that this is happening and they're ignoring the issues that are important, like, you know, about our wages, and they are muddying the waters when it comes to a universal healthcare system. I think in California, like, we should have those basic needs that our government should provide for us, that we should provide for each other with tax-paying dollars and with care and compassion, right? But there's none of that. It's all just to prop up the system of just incentivizing greed and money and power and beauty and, you know, all those sorts of things, right? So, yeah, right on what you guys are saying. This is exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, it's really exciting, and I'm so stoked to be here with you guys. So, Sky and Chris, anything else you want to say before we sign off?
Sky?
No, I'm good. I think you guys nailed it. This is going to be real information, unbiased information, right? This is just, we're going to educate people. So, you know, we have mainstream media, this, you know, it's one-sided. It really is. And so we're just going to make things happen. I'm super stoked. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's all for me.
This guy, I'm so excited to have you on. Right, especially when a majority of you know, people with English as a second language, or those that don't speak English at all here. You know, a big majority of the segment in Los Angeles is Spanish, and then of course, you know, we have you know, the others, like those that speak you know, Tagalog and the different various languages from, you know, the Asian community, including like Indians and, you know, Chinese, so on and so forth. And so absolutely, if and when we get the resources for that, yeah, because you're part of it, you know, you're all a part of this here. The other part that you were mentioning, Annalise, about, you know, hey, we want to be that trusted source. Absolutely, because I think a lot of people do trust, you know, whether they trust Fox 11 or NBC4, depending on, you know, who the person is, you know, who the personalities are, what kind of information they like to get. You know, what's very important to all three of us here and everybody else in this company is journalistic integrity. Because even though we are progressive and we do want to see what's best for the welfare of the majority of everybody in the U.S., so that even includes like the ones that do extremely well, right? But what we don't like is when they are toppling us over, when they're crushing us. And so, you know, so it's important for us to give out that voice, and for us to also have humility, and for us to also recognize, like you said, when we're wrong about something, no problem to correct it. I mean, we're really going to try not to be wrong about stuff, but of course, you know, we're human, and the sources that we're getting information from, it's always something that needs to be double checked. We need to listen to you guys. This is why it's really important for you guys to become part of the community, because we will grow together. So we really appreciate you guys checking out our Patreon, which is at patreon.com/YRLA. I mean, all that stuff's going to be there. But we really need your support to take this thing off the ground, to be able to get people investigating and journalists to go in and talk to our representatives in the same way that we talk to people in Congress in D.C. I don't see anybody doing that here in Los Angeles at City Hall or up in Sacramento, which I think is extremely important. So so stick with us as we grow and get into that position where we will just become mammoth. I mean, we want to be huge, and therefore the living conditions here in Los Angeles will get better. Of course, there's going to be road bumps along the way. There's going to be people that are going to try to stop us. So, stick with us while we stick with you. And that's about all I want to say right now. And in the meantime, don't forget, even though things are crazy, have fun.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Guy. All right, guys. So these are your hosts. We look forward to spending time with you guys. Sky Huete, Chris Rodriguez, and Elise Vinson. As Chris said, please sign up for our Patreon. We have 4 different levels of membership. You guys are going to get amazing content. Support us as we grow. Don't forget to subscribe and check out our social media. All the links will be in the description below. And remember, this is your revolution. Hi, everyone. Thanks for stopping by and spending time with us today. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons and support us on Patreon so we can keep bringing you some amazing content. You can also follow us on social media. Links are all below. We'll see you guys next time. And remember, this is your revolution.